Hello, Cancers. Happy New Year. Welcome to your first part of 2023 New Year readings. I am going to be giving away a free private reading to one of my subscribers. You need to subscribe and leave a comment. And in the beginning of February, I'm going to go ahead and choose a winner and you'll get a private reading. Meanwhile, I'm going to do more than one 2023 reading, but this first one is a month-by-month reading. So it's going to be a little bit longer than what you might be used to watching if you watch on a regular basis. But I'm going to lay out 12 cards, one for each month. And then we're going to go deeper into the message with some energy cards and some charms. So Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watching. Let's get started. So you have the Page of Swords for January. The Knight of Pentacles for February. And we'll put all the cards down and get into them. Beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune for March. The Hangman for April. January, February. May, we have the Five of Wands. And June, Five of Pentacles. Okay, Cancer is getting into your birthday season there. July, we have the Four of Cups. August, we have the Knight of Wands. Judgment is September. October, you have the King of Pentacles. November, the Seven of Pentacles. Wow, money year, guys. And, well, it really is a money year. 10 of Pentacles in December. So, Cancers, if you are focusing on your money and career, I will say that 2023 looks like a great month for you to get organized with that, for you to work through any struggles and come out on top financially. That's just a quick overview when I look at these cards. But we've got here in January the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is about, is about getting your thoughts organized and on paper. The swords relate to your mind, your thoughts, communications. And some of you, if you're starting a new company or something, this is like laying the groundwork for that, signing contracts, getting your ducks in a row, getting insurance, making sure that you have, the right coverage. Perhaps some of you are going to make a corporation or an LLC. So the Page of Swords is taking all of the things you have in your mind, putting them on paper and getting very clear about what you're going to do next. Now, if it's not relating to your job or, starting a business, this could just be you organizing what it is you need to do for this new year, for the year of 2023, to get yourself situated so that you're feeling more stable and secure, because you go into February with the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is planting the seeds for the future. And some of you with that Page of Swords, there's a lot of communication with the Page of Swords. There's a lot of talk. So you might be, ironing things out with people. You might be releasing people. That's the Sword of Truth. You might be just, finding that you need to tell people that you need to let them go or they can't be in your life any longer. Some of you might be physically moving with the Knight of Pentacles in February. You might be severing some ties in January and moving forward, moving on, but physically making a physical move. It doesn't mean you definitely are, but you could be. So this is a general reading, so make sure you just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for everybody else. The Knight of Pentacles, though, is all about planting seeds and planning for the future. So Cancers, you may very well be really setting yourself up for future endeavors. You might be getting more involved in your relationship and, getting on a firm foundation with that. You might be getting your emotions, as I said, more steady, secure. You might be working through a few things. There might be a lot of talking and working things out with people. By February, I think you feel like you're laying the foundation for a nice, firm future. I don't think there's I'm not getting any kind of overly emotional vibes from this. I think you're just really ready to speak your mind, to figure some things out. Ask questions if you need. So in March, you have the beautiful Wheel of Fortune. Remember, it's never the wheel of misfortune. This is that things are definitely moving and turning in your favor. So whatever it is you're pursuing in your life, whether it's a passion, some of you might be doing a side hustle, organizing that and laying the foundations for that. But this is things, everything seems to be falling into place in March. You feel like, things just work, things just click. It can be perceived as luck, but I'm sure it's just your hard work paying off, right, Cancers? So this is being in the right place at the right time. This is happy coincidences. If you're single, you could be meeting someone for sure with the Wheel of Fortune. If you've been looking for a job or a position, you may very well get it in the month of March. So for April, you have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is going to call for you to take some time, and maybe things might slow down a little bit. So you might feel like, you know what, you got all this stuff going, things are moving right along, and then they kind of come to a little bit of a halt, or they slow down in some way. And the Hangman just says, you know what, there might be another way to look at things. There may be a hang up with the Hangman, right? So you might be, things that are out of your control are causing you to have to wait for something. The Hangman looks at things from other perspectives, sees the good anyway, and is patient. So it could be a lesson in patience in April, because things just really are falling into place for you. Like I said, you may even seem like you're lucky, and then all of a sudden things stall a little bit. The Hangman is not forever, okay? It's just something that could happen, and you may have to readjust. When you have the Hangman, you may have to readjust. You may think, okay, well, this is what I wanted, and I wrote it down, and I want everything to go just like I have it on the page. Well, that's not really life. Sometimes that can happen for us, but most of the time we have to move. We have to move and change as situations do, right? Life is very fluid. It's not static. Just because you wrote something down doesn't mean it has to happen that way. And things can come to you in other ways. So the Hangman is another way of saying there might be opportunities disguised as losses. There might be a different way of doing something that you discover that ends up even better than you had hoped. So Cancers, I don't want you to be, I just feel like some of you might feel like things are coming to an end in April. They are not. It just is an opportunity to maybe reevaluate. So in May, you guys have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is about being very strategic, okay? It's learning how to do things a different way. So with that Hangman, like I said, you may have to look at things from a different perspective. You may have to readjust. The Five of Wands is figuring out how to do that and do it successfully. It's also, there could be other people involved when you have the Five of Wands. And there could be someone who's kind of, I just had the imagery of putting a stick in the spoke of a bicycle while it's running. Terrible image, right? So that you trip and fall. But there could be someone who's kind of hindering you, or there could be jealousy surrounding you and your success, but you have to let that go. Your focus is on making sure that you've got your eye on the prize and not worrying about anyone else. So when we go into June, now this is your birthday month, Cancers. So we start at the end of June and go through July for your Cancer birthdays. So you've got the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is feeling left out and lost. And I feel like the reason you have this is because by your birthday, you're not going to feel that way anymore. You're going to realize that how far you've come. If you've had financial issues, I would say your finances will recover, and that you've learned that sometimes things take time and change. I feel like this is a year of maturing for you, Cancers. And I don't mean that as an insult. I'm not saying that you're all immature. What I'm saying is it could be just a year of learning a different way of doing things, or a different way of communicating, and finding that it's really working for you, and learning those lessons and moving on from them. So in July, you have the Four of Cups. You may be getting several different offers. The Four of Cups is about not doing anything. and you might be weighing up different options. These cups are coming down to her from these fairies, but she doesn't really want them. But they are cups that she manifested, okay? So opportunities could be coming in. They just may not be exactly what you want. You might be holding out and waiting for a better opportunity, or you may be negotiating in the month of July something that's more suits you. But it's definitely a card of doing nothing. Cancers, it could be a card of avoidance as well. So I'm going to say don't avoid things that need your attention. They're not just going to go away usually. Make sure that you are giving attention to the things that you've wanted and you've manifested, and maybe take some time to make some decisions. If you have more than one option here, I would say you want to make sure you're choosing the right option. You're going into August as the Knight of Wands, feeling very inspired and excited, really knowing that you're moving in the right direction. And the wands do relate to fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, so there could be a fire sign involved. But Cancers, this is your reading, so I feel like you're going to feel very inspired to move on. And as I said, so in these, you had 3 months prior where maybe you had to restructure, reorganize, or think of different ways to do things. You're going to come out even stronger. So if there are some minor setbacks, and these are all minor arcana cards. They're not major arcana cards. They're minor setbacks, right? If there's some minor setbacks prior to August, in July, June, and May, just take those as opportunities to readjust and move ahead more powerful than ever in August. September is wonderful. You guys have the Judgment card. It's a card of rebirth. It's a card of transformation. It's a card of things changing. So, I just recently read something that like a caterpillar has to turn into a glob of goo before it becomes a butterfly. And, sometimes we feel like we need to go, we're a glob of goo, right? We just, we've been through the ringer. Things have been difficult. This is a rebirth. This is feeling joyful, joyous. See all the butterflies. There's transition. There's change coming in. And this is about being reborn. I feel like this year, Cancers, for you coming up, this 2023, you're going to really be pursuing some things that you are passionate about. And whether it's a side hustle or a romantic relationship or writing a book or just some sort of creative endeavor that you're just very passionate about, you're going to be seeing those things coming to fruition. You might have some readjusting to do. You might have to figure out what to do. But ultimately, you're going to be delighted that you pursued this in the beginning of the year. You're really going to be happy that you got yourself organized. So in January, I'm really going to stress that if there's something you want to do, you've got to put it into action in January and February for it to move on. If you do nothing, I promise nothing is going to happen. So usually, we get energy back from the things we put energy into. So Cancers, I'm going to urge you to do that. So the King of Pentacles in, what is this, October. This is long-term financial success. This could actually be getting a large sum of money. In October, you might be receiving a large sum of money, or you may have received it in September, and that was your renewal, and it kind of renewed your finances. It helped you in a way that makes you feel stable and secure. It can also be a breakthrough emotionally into something that's more stable. But you could be leaving a relationship, a job, or something that's been holding you back. And maybe throughout 2023, that's what you're setting yourself up for, is this. I know that you're setting yourself up for a stable future because you have the Knight of Pentacles in February. So from the Knight to the King, that's starting out planting the seeds. The King is the fruition. The King is the tree that's come to grow. And the kings all mean long-term success. So Cancers, whatever has been happening, whatever you started out doing this year, even if it was a little bit difficult, even if you had to make adjustments, don't worry, because your rebirth and your secure security is coming in. You then have the Seven of Pentacles in November. I love seeing this because this is planting the seeds and this is the fruit coming in. The Seven of Pentacles says whatever you planted, the outcome is assured. You're going to have that basket of fruit at the end. Whatever you're planting is coming to fruition. This is things that you're working towards happening for you in November. So you're going to feel it. I think you're going to feel like, hey, things are really going well here, right? August, September, October. You're feeling like inspired. You're feeling like things are moving again. If you've had a slowdown, and some of you, these prior months might be you slowing yourself down because you might feel like things are moving too quickly and you might need to take a breath. So don't take that as a bad omen. But I feel like you're moving into all the security and all your hard work is paying off. So by the end of 2023, you're seeing that. I'm not even going to say the end. By the second half of 2023, you're going to see there's definitely progress coming in next year for you. And then you have the beautiful, amazing pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, 10 of Pentacles. This is really ultimately receiving everything that you want. The 10 of Pentacles is hitting the jackpot. It is not only your hard work paying off financially, but feeling fulfilled, knowing that what you work towards is coming in. And again, this can be in a relationship, this could be spiritually, this could be in a job. It's different for all of you. But whatever it is that you're putting your energy into, this says whatever you put your energy into in 2023, you're going to get a big payout and reward by the end. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Cancers. So I'm going to pull a few overarching energies to finish up and a couple of charms. So let's see what we have for Cancers. Seeing both sides. Step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. That's exactly what I said in April, is that you may need to change, readjust, step back, look at things from a different perspective. Know that your side is not the only side. And that's really great advice. I love that that card came out for you, Cancers. Let's see what else we have. Overarching energy for Cancers. Oh my goodness, look at that. Remember I said planting your seeds? There's all those sunflowers. I mean, even if we don't look at what the card says, this is, what you're planting is growing. And there's sunflowers, right? They're so powerful and beautiful. Purification says that you're going through a process of eliminating the things you don't need in your life and bringing in the things that you do, which include beautiful sunflowers, joy, happiness. I'm going to pull an Archangel Power Tower card. See what the angels have to say for all the Cancers out there. The Magician. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Yes. Yes, Cancers. This is your year to pursue what you want, to make sure that you're working on what you need, learning the lessons you need to learn, having the breakthroughs, and having the ultimate success. That Magician says that you can do anything that you want. New moon in Leo, shine. More sunflowers. Okay, so I feel like sunflowers might be important for you guys. This could be a sign, okay? When you've got a synchronicity like this, look at all those sunflowers. And the sunflowers, they face towards the sun. And when the sun goes away, they face towards each other because they get energy from each other. So this is, definitely with the seeing both sides and the sunflower omen and, the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles is also about working with someone else, asking for help when you need it. I feel like this could also be a year where you're finally able to lean on other people, ask for help, step back from a situation and see things from new perspectives, see, both sides of a situation, readjust if necessary. So, okay, Cancers, you guys got a cat charm. The cat charm is about having transformation. You know, the cat has 9 lives, and this is about you readjusting and transforming. I feel like the cat charm is appropriate in that you may need to do things a couple different ways before you get to that successful ending. But don't worry about it. Just keep readjusting and you'll get it. And you have the beautiful mermaid charm. And that is about being able to, I see that as above, so below, right? She can breathe air, and she can also swim underwater. It is about adjusting. It's about her adjusting to her surroundings wherever she is. And I'm just going to show you. Look at this. Look at this mermaid here, right? So you have the mermaid charm, and you have the mermaid in the 4 of Cups. This could be you taking your time to figure out what it is you need and figure out the best route. But definitely this reading is about you readjusting, about seeing different sides of a coin, about pursuing what you want and getting what you want, having a rebirth. Beautiful, wonderful reading, Cancers. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe and add a comment if you'd like a chance to win a free reading with me. I'll be picking that in February. I'm going to be doing more 2023 readings, but I just thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch this, and I hope you have a wonderful, happy, happy new year.